Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I actually filmed a video earlier, so this is my second take. There's just a lot of distractions and noises and just craziness going on in the first video, so I thought that I would do a second one and do a completely different reading. I feel like there's a lot of emotions going on today, and that's what I've heard through astrology reports as well. Lots going on with the moon. It's not a full moon, I don't think, but there's just a lot of that watery emotion still going on. We're at the end of Mercury retrograde, so Mercury is probably stagnant today, pretty still, goes direct tomorrow, slowly starts to go direct. And that's why the beginning stages before the retrograde and the after stages still count, and you can still be affected by the same kind of symptoms as you would throughout the middle of the retrograde, because, you know, it obviously makes sense for a planet to take a while to change its rotation completely, right? So if it's going retrograde, it's not just gonna like one day, oh, I'm just going to go the right way now. You know, it takes a while. It's a process like everything else in life, so it does take a while to get back to normal. But rest assured that we have made it to the end of the retrograde, so hopefully you guys are still hanging in there and are doing well. I'm going to use the Flower Therapy deck today. It's very gentle. I feel like doing a gentle reading. There's some craziness going on today. I was driving around and running a few errands, and it was just insane. Here in Canada, it's our holiday weekend for Canada Day, and just so busy. Like, everybody and anybody is out and running into people, and I'm just like, this is just really bizarre. So, quite strange. I've got a big day planned, but kind of crazy. So I feel like we should be using a gentle deck. So I'm going to focus here and knock the energy out of the deck and focus on the intention that this will benefit everyone who watches this video. It will be helpful to us, and give thanks, of course, to the flowers and everyone who created the deck, and our angels and all the guides, all the positive energy that's around us right now. We thank all of that, all those things, for being with us and for helping us and guiding us along our way. So, for the beginning of the week, this is funny, I knew this was going to come up again. This came up in my reading earlier, and I knew it. I knew that it was going to come up again in the reading. Wow. The first reading I did was with, I pulled one card from this deck, and it was this card. And it was the additional message for the week. So it's now the message for the beginning of the week, which I'm really, really feeling as of right now. Past life healing. It says, this situation has been triggered by one of your past lives. Heal the past, and you bring healing into the present. We are healing on such a deep level, deeper than we even know. This is with the Forget-Me-Not flower. Unreal, because, you know, I had a run-in with one of my soulmates today, and we have many soulmates, of course. You know, our soul family is quite wide. This includes friends, family, you know, you name it. So I had a run-in with one of my soulmates today, and I got really emotional after I bumped into this person, because I feel like we have been repeating the same, pardon my language, shit for quite a while, and I feel like there's a lot of stuff healing and being triggered from past lives that we've had together. So I do feel a lot of emotion coming up, so I'm trying my best to allow it to come up. If you feel a lot of emotions coming up, allow it to come up. Now, of course, there's a difference between indulging in that and letting it ruin your whole day or your whole week or your whole month or whatever, your whole life. You know, there's a difference between that and just allowing yourself to feel whatever it is you feel, and then, you know, crying it out, writing it out, doing whatever it is you feel guided to do, and then taking time to ground and breathe and going on with your day, going on with your week, doing things for you, taking care of you, because this is what it all stems down to as well, is taking care of yourself, because all of our relationships stem from self, right? So when we're doing deep healing with, you know, soul family, friends, blood family even, co-workers, romantic partners, when we're doing all of this healing, we're healing inside ourselves on a very, very deep level. And, you know, a lot of times we carry things from past lives and we don't even understand why we're doing the same thing over and over, why we're repeating the same pattern over and over, why we're attracted to certain things, why we're scared of certain things, especially if we haven't had a negative experience with something in this lifetime, you know, some of our fears and phobias do go back to past lives. So there's a lot of healing going on at the beginning of this week, particularly with a lot of our soul family. And, you know, we're all going through a huge transition right now. As I've said before, from January to July, which is tomorrow already. Really, really intense start to this year. Start the first half of this year, really. And, you know, we're all kind of trying to find ourselves. We're all trying to heal and shed the past and start brand new. And we're basically renewing some soul contracts that we have with people, the people that we've chosen to interact with in this lifetime. Some people from your past may come up, which happens within this retrograde. And it's all coming up to clear, you know, to clear the bad stuff. And it doesn't mean everyone that you love is going to leave your life, you know. It can just represent and mean that a lot of past issues may come up. Past interactions that aren't so nice, that are kind of funky and weird in energy, may come up between you and some of your, you know, soul family, soulmates. And it comes up for the greater good. It comes up for you. It comes up for other people to heal, to let go. It's all about letting go, becoming aware of the past, becoming aware of our wounds that are arising again, and letting it go. And trusting that, you know, we will always have the right people in our lives at the right time. Some people fade in and out, and, you know, it's about coming to a place of acceptance of that. It doesn't mean that, you know, like I said, it doesn't mean everyone's going to leave your life, you know, just because we're going through this huge transition and we have soul contracts to renew, you know. Your soul always knows what's best for you. We always know within what's meant to happen at what time. You know, trust yourself, trust your gut. You will know if someone's kind of leaving your life, and maybe you don't know if they're coming back, but just let go, and you never know, because people do really come in and out, and it's all about divine timing. For the middle of the week, we have magnify your intentions with baby's breath. It says, choose a specific goal to work toward. Your energy is spread out among too many ideas. Please bring your focus back to the key intention and let your angels help. A big thing that I wanted to mention earlier about intention, which I didn't, but now it's coming up for a reason, is Doreen Virtue said in her video for this week, basically that intention is very important, and I totally agree. People are always asking her, or asking me, or asking, you know, a million other people, how it's possible to do a reading that is, you know, able to resonate with everybody. How can you do a reading for the whole world? And essentially it's the intention that you put into this reading, right? So when you can do a card reading for yourself, and that will be specifically for you because that's your intention. So when I do these YouTube videos, my intention is that everyone who watches this video will feel some sort of thing resonate within them. You know what I mean? And it will be helpful in some sort of way. So we are asking for basically a reading for the universal energy that's going on right now, that's affecting everyone in the world. And so it is possible to do that. And it is possible to do a reading for yourself or for others. And it's all about your intention. So focus on what your intention is. And in your relationships as well. Because at the beginning of the week, there's lots of healing going on between us and others, and really within ourselves. And so think about what your intentions are. Because we often do spread ourselves really thin, or we're over here, we're over there, or our energy is very scattered. So what is your intention? What do you want? What do you feel your purpose is? You know, how do you want to heal with people in your life? How do you want to treat them, and how do you want to be treated in return? So think about intentions, because intentions are really, really important. And I think anytime that we feel lost, or we feel like there's crazy energy, whether it's through a retrograde or we have a full moon, there's just lots of intensity, lots of emotions coming up, we feel lost. The thing that it's, you know, really, I don't know how to word this. The thing that is important to do, aside from breathing and grounding, is focusing on your truth and your intentions, and focusing on love. So try your best to do that and simplify, and, you know, focus on where you want to go, where you are. Focus on your goals, and basically do a life inventory. And for the weekend, we have Open Your Third Eye, which is also hilarious because the lovely Robert Reeves, who made this deck with Doreen Virtue, said that this was the message for this week in his reading. He only picks one card a week. So that was his intuitive feeling for this week, which blows my mind right now. Wow. So it says it's safe for you to open your center of clairvoyance. By doing so, you'll see the truth. This is with the echinacea flower. And the intentions was with baby's breath, by the way. So your third eye is basically in the middle of your forehead, in between like your eyes and your eyebrow. And this is where we get a lot of insights and basically messages and sometimes visions or sometimes thoughts from our higher self, from source, from spirit, from God, from the divine, as I say, whoever you want to refer to. And, you know, this is a reminder that we are all psychic, that we all have abilities. We all have the ability to connect to ourself, to our source, to our soul, to our heart, to our passions, to open our third eye and to trust ourselves. We all have the ability. You don't have to go to anyone else to get any answers. Yes, sometimes it's nice to go and get a reading, and sometimes it's nice to go, you know, get a Reiki session done or some sort of healing work done, and that's awesome. But the problem is, you know, if you're going to seek fulfillment from like an outside external source, and if you're trying to get the same answer from everyone else, you know, it's like, that's a problem, because this is about trusting yourself, and I will never be here to tell people that this is the one way to do something, or, you know, this is right and this is wrong, because you know what, it's not a black and white world. It's really not, and the only one who knows what's best for you is you at the end of the day. Yes, you can get advice from, you know, anyone, from your friends, from your family, from another psychic. You can get advice from whoever you want, and like I said, it's not a bad thing to do that, but it's not healthy to be doing that like on a regular basis, and to make it become a need, you know, that you need to get approval, that you need to get answers from other people, because, you know, that's just showing you that it's time to trust yourself. And I've been there, and I think everyone has, and I that's why I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because we do go through those things for a reason, to remind you to trust yourself. You know, I've had times like that too, where there was a psychic I was seeing for a while, and I just wanted answers, and I wanted, you know, things to happen on my time, and, you know, I walked by a new place. I was just casually out for a walk, and I saw this place, and I just shook my head and was like, wow, you know, basically I had a sign, and it's like, palm readings, I'll solve all your problems, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that is not a true healer. A true healer, a true earth angel, a true light worker, a true being of the light, or whatever, you know, like a true, genuine person who wants to help the world, and who wants to be like a healer, or like some sort of spiritual guide or mentor, will never say something like that to you. They will never tell you, you know, exactly what to do, or what's right or wrong, and they will never tell you to go against yourself, and they will never, you know, say things like some of those psychics do. You know, I'll heal all your problems, I'll fix all your problems, just give me $300, or, you know, it's just like complete bogus to me. I think it's ridiculous, and I, you know, think it's unfortunate that people like that are still out there and do scam people, and they prey on, you know, innocent, vulnerable, scared, fearful people, and they do bring out more fear in people, and that's how they keep making money. So I think that's unfortunate, but, you know, putting that aside, there are people like myself, like Doreen Virtue, like Robert Reeves, like Be Divine over in Australia. There's many, many, many people out there, probably even in your own community, that are trying to help you listen to yourself. And that's what the core should always be. Because it's not that I'm overly gifted, or they're overly gifted, or someone else is overly gifted. We're all gifted. We all have a third eye. We all have a soul. We all have different ways to connect to ourselves and to our intuition, to our path. No one else knows where our path is supposed to go, because we don't even know where our path is supposed to go. We intuitively could listen to where we're supposed to go next, But it's very much about going with the flow, and, you know, unexpected things will happen, and that's what life is all about, is just rolling with it and trusting yourself and not overly worrying about what's going to happen when and what someone else thinks, you know. Listen to yourself, trust yourself. I think that even ingesting some sort of echinacea or like drinking some sort of tea with that in it would be great for your third eye. Or even just find a picture of one or buy some and meditate on that for a while, and it will help open your third eye. It will help you connect to yourself and trust yourself. So, have a great week, everyone. It may be a bit emotional, but we are leaving this retrograde behind. We're leaving the past behind, and there's great things to come. July is a crazy month, and that's a good thing. There's a lot of progress happening, lots of growth, lots of, okay, let's get the ball moving, let's keep going, let's push forward, because the first half this year, we did a lot of hard work, and we deserve to move forward and live our dreams and listen to ourselves, and we deserve love, and we are love, and I love you all. Have a wonderful week. I'll talk to you next week. Bye.